I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are
the Melanin Mindset.
What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time viewing. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are
the Melanin
Mindset.
Something like that.
All right.
So get to hear it twice.
Right. I'm going to watch the playback. And I think we got that one. And I think it was a good enough weird pause to where I can definitely clip that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, listen, if you're viewing us out on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe and turn on those notification bells so you can be among the first to go and know when we go live. You have one job right now is to hit the share button. If you're viewing us out on Facebook, please make sure you're following the Melanin Mindset as well. Find us on Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _. And then, of course, you know, we're out on TikTok. And I say this every week, the tick of the talk. You get where I'm going with that.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you plug in anyway. So make sure you are tuned in and plugged in and connected everywhere the Melanin Mindset is plugging, okay?
Okay.
I think that was all of it, Fran. You go ahead and do the thing you do.
So today, guys, we're going to be talking about love. And more specifically, Black love. Because it seems a little different at times. I don't know. You guys, we need you to feedback a lot on this one. Because this was a thought-provoking one. Like, do Black people love different? So you know how we like to start with a good old definition around these parts. So we're going to define love. So love is defined as an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, a feeling, deep affection for someone, or to like or enjoy very much. So we're just going to, and then Black, that's us. So we're talking about melanated love, y'all. So off the top, let's just answer, guys. Everybody answer. Do you feel like Black love is different from your other people you know? The way they love is different. What do you say?
Like, friend, I can only speak from Black love. That's the only love I know. So, but no, based off of the stuff we saw, it definitely comes across dynamically different, but not always for good reason.
No. Sometimes it's not great. Sometimes Black love is rather toxic.
That's a t-shirt. Black love is toxic.
Black love can be toxic.
It's toxic.
So we got on here, like, Black love is tough. And especially when you think about like our grandparents and all of this stuff. You know, when you get older and you start learning the tea in the family, and you be wondering, like, why did grandmama stay around all this time if all of this was going on? You know?
Right. Or the people who like to say they man don't like moo-moos, right? So they be like, my grandma kept my granddaddy with moo-moos. No, honey, your granddaddy was cheating on your grandma. Keep it together.
Yeah. Grandma
Your
just
grandma just had that
grandma
black
just
love,
didn't
so
care
she
at that point. She
stayed.
said, "Well, you gonna be a hoe. I'm gonna wear my moo."
Hmm. I'm just being real, like just being honest. You know what I mean? Just full disclosure, and like, and I'm not saying that's my story because I'm not. No, I'm not implying that that is my story. But
Hmm.
at the same time, it's like let's be for real,
But we all know somebody who that was the story, and
right?
it's like when I think about like this new generation and how they're so easily in and out of marriage, and oh, I didn't like the way he talked to me this one time, and we already in divorce court, and
They
it's
be
just
like
like
that.
they
You know
were,
that song, the one
yeah.
where
And
she like, go ahead.
no, I don't know the song. I'm waiting for you to say the song.
Well, I can't say the words. You know, we got to bleep everything out. But
Mhm.
it's like, my attitude changed. Pour a couple sips of the Douce. Ain't no ring on my finger anyway. I'll miss the, but that'll go away. You know
I
that
don't
song?
know that. Nope. Mm.
Oh man, listen, if you know that song, please
Mm-mm.
comment down below.
Mhm.
I didn't sing it, but those are the words. It'd be like, I'd be like, bleep that bleep. My attitude changed. Pour a couple sips of the Douce. Ain't no
But
ring on my
it
finger
always makes
anyways.
me wonder if like people just imagine, and this is just a comment to marriage, like, do you just believe marriage is just perfect, like that we're always happy and in bliss 24/7? Because if you do, I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Not at
Every day
all.
is not rainbow and sunshines.
Mm-mm,
Like
mm-mm.
in the early 1900s, black marriage was at 85%.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Where's it now? Probably flip the number the other way.
Let's see. We actually have statistics this week.
All right.
We have statistics this week. So let's take a
Mm-hmm.
look. Which one is this? Black marital status. And this one is 2020 and I think I also have 2021. So 2020,
Okay.
black married couples 30%, separated 3%, divorced 12%, widowed 6%, never married 50%. Black
Wow.
black men 33%, and y'all see the numbers on the screen. But this is
Mm-hmm.
the statistics for black women versus men, and so on. And it's like, what up? That's pretty intense. fifty
Mm-hmm.
percent of black men have never been married. 50%. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
52% of
Fifty-two
black
percent
men.
of black men have never been married.
Sweet grief. Sweet grief. I'm cutting that off. There we go.
Yeah, I also find the divorced column to be interesting because I guess in my head it just seems like it's so much more than that. But I guess I'm pleased to see that the percentage is at least under 20.
Mm, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
the thing that kind of blew me was the fact that it said that 50% of black dudes never been married. That was
Mm-hmm.
intense.
Mm-hmm.
That was intense. What do you think about that?
About them not being, I had this question for a young lady, a friend of mine. She married, oh, outside of her race, and I had said amongst these people, I was like, this seems to be the new trend. Y'all go out and get the non-melanated men. What's that about? And her response was, she said, you know what? It wasn't intentional. She said, I've dated men of all different cultures. She said, but the difference in dating this man and other men of this thing. He was white. He was white, but she was saying the difference in dating black men and dating men of other cultures. Men of other cultures would always bring up a conversation of the future. Like, yeah, I want to get married. I want to have X amount of kids. But she's like, no matter how many dates I went on with black men, none of them would ever bring up marriage or having kids, or that discussion would never come up in her dating days unless she was with somebody who was not melanated.
Mm,
And I just wonder, like, are we, did we stop raising, or did we ever not raise our men to aspire, like
for marriage, toward
for
marriage.
marriage? Like, you want to grow up, you want to find a nice girl, you want to settle down. Like, we need to be telling our sons this. And
You want two
apparently
and
we're
a half
not, because they
kids.
out here, they just out here. The only part they got is to soil your royal oats, and they don't. Do they know that the oats eventually get cooked, and they supposed to go in a bowl and stay there?
I'm so done. I want to ask the men that are viewing out there. I know that a few of the men that we have that view us, they are in relationships and whatnot. But if you're out there viewing, or even if you're watching the playback, like, why is that?
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know that to be my experience.
Yeah.
Um, in my days of dating, everybody was trying to marry you. It's like, oh, that's my wife, or that was the era of wifey. Oh, we gonna get married. We gonna do this. We
Uh-huh.
gonna do that. That's the era I was dating in, y'all. Everybody
Mhm.
was wifey. Okay, everybody was
Yeah.
wifey. We getting married. We doing this, and it was that. So yeah, I don't know. I want to ask the men, why is that? Do you think present day, is there a fear?
Mm.
Mm,
There was this girl, I know you followed her before. She tends to be quite controversial with her posts, but she was saying that she's talking about y'all out here asking why we don't want to get married, and she said cuz y'all making it look so bad. She said there are more married men in my DMs than there are single men.
sad facts.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't want to have to deal with that.
Sad facts. Oh
Yeah.
man, what does they use crack judge incarceration to separate black men from the family?
Yeah, in the Jim Crow, during Jim
Hmm.
Crow. He said that in the previous one.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it says being defensive when someone doesn't feel the love you think they put in. Can I say something real quick though about the black love situation?
Yeah, yeah.
Where we were saying that black love could be viewed kind of as toxic, because in all of the descriptors that we looked at for black love, it talked about resiliency and what they put up with and what they went through. So it kind of ties back to what I had said earlier, where they're like, my grandma kept my granddaddy, but in a moo. No, granddaddy was cheating on grandma, and granddaddy and grandma was just, long as he keep paying the bills, I just
Mhm.
want him to be happy. And there was no like real reflective engagement when it came to that. So when you look at black love, you're looking at that undying, persevering, never ending, no matter what happens type of love. And I'm not saying that it's not good to have that, but sometimes, y'all, it's not healthy. It depends
Yeah.
on what you're putting up with and what it is that you're pushing and persevering through. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But yeah, back to that. I just had to say that before I forgot.
Yeah, because there are always going to be differences and things like that, but I get where you coming from with that. Like you can't just put aside your feelings just cuz you want a certain status, relationship status.
Right, just because you
Yeah.
want that ring.
You're
No,
going
no,
to
no,
lose
no.
yourself. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I was looking at some of the other stuff you put down here, friend, and sadly, it is connected to black love, and that is kind of what it looks like, but not always from a happy place.
Yeah.
So when someone doesn't feel the love you think you put out, do you ever feel like someone's love has to equate to what you display to them?
Sometimes, and I think that's what I was thinking about, and that one is like when you don't feel like someone is showing you love, but and they might feel as though you're showing them love. That they feel like they're not doing anything wrong, but you're like, you don't do this, you don't do that, and it could cause tension in a relationship. And I think I commented on here the five love languages. I don't know if everybody's ever heard of the five love languages. Is it started off as a book, right? By
I believe so.
I think his name's Dr. Gary Chapman. Jimmy, am
Hmm.
I right? I think that's the name of it. But what he did was he broke down the five different ways people express love. And the thing about it, the way he described it is like if you were from, let's say you're from a country and your native language is Spanish, right? And let's say I'm from my native language is uh, Creole, and we're trying to communicate with each other. We're going to get frustrated because I don't understand you and you don't understand me. And so what he said is that I'll think about that in a love language. Like if my love language is physical touch and yours isn't, and I think I'm like loving on you real good by touching you and feeling on you, but then your love language is words of affirmation, and I'm not saying nothing to you. I'm just touching and feeling on you. You're not
Hmm.
going to feel love, but I'll think that I'm, because that might be my love language. Does that make sense? Did I explain that right?
I did understand you. Now, did
Mhm.
y'all understand her? No, I followed you. It's like basically we're communicating on two different planes, bro. We're like
Yeah.
in two different places. Like if I don't look for gifts, one of the things is gift giving, right? If
Mhm.
I don't care nothing about gifts, but you
Mhm.
keep showering me with flowers every day and you bringing me gifts and clothes and this and that, and I could care
Yeah.
less about those things. And you feel like you're all into me, and it's just like I'm just like he just keep bringing me crap, you
Yeah.
know. Like
I
it's
don't even know what to do with all this stuff.
like he makes me upset. He buys me flowers. He makes me mad. He's buying me a new outfit. He makes
Yeah.
me mad. Now there's a car in my driveway. Like,
Yeah.
come on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you're not understanding, because now I'm even more agitated. You're not seeing where I'm coming from. So with that, yes, that's yeah. And
Yeah.
that
So
was real funny because I don't care about gifts. That's not my thing.
yeah. Do you know what is your love language?
Mine was quality time.
Yeah, I figured it. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 5 love languages are quality time, physical touch, acts of service, words of affirmation, and gift giving. Yeah, I'm definitely quality time.
I'm absolutely quality time. I'll drive 8 hours
Mhm.
for quality time.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh man, no, seriously though, quality time all day,
Yeah.
quality
Yeah.
time.
What about when it comes to showing love to like somebody you're not necessarily that's not your partner, like your children or your parents or your friends? Like, do you find it hard to express love to people outside of your spouse?
Some people.
Hmm. Okay,
Um,
so listen, I'm only talking about the people you love. Now, in general, as Christians, we love everybody, but you know what I mean. The people you
no,
have that
I know
close,
what you mean.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying it's different. It's different in every relationship.
yeah.
Like people who I love, like it's just different in every relationship, because you got to think about it. Some love you might be born into and just pre-exposed to, and then you just fall into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some loves come out of nowhere, and it's just like, dang. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like I just automatically click. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this person gets me without me having to try to be gotten. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's
And
just different the way the love comes out, or how natural it is, maybe I should say
And
that.
that's why I asked, like, with your parents, like, or your children, or your nieces and nephews. Like, it's almost like it's funny because I'm about to say it's gonna sound terrible. Every episode I gotta say something that sounds terrible. It was
You do
a
it on the show.
there was a post that was like, I think it was an article. I don't know if it was an article or a TV show, but basically it's like you have this baby, and it's like you're supposed to be like automatically head over heels in love with this baby. But so this woman was calling out mothers everywhere, like, damn well this stranger, just because it popped out of your vagina, you don't love it all of a sudden automatically you just head over heels in love. No. You have that instinct to care for it. That seems to be more natural. Like, okay, yeah, keep it alive. But just, oh, I'm so in love. And it's so funny because it seemed like after I saw that, there were so many posts of people who just had these newborn babies and they were posting, oh my God, I'm so in love already. And I was like, not according to what that lady said. You lying.
Bro, I've seen so many people. One girl, she does these like what do they call, parody posts, like where she takes
Mm-hmm.
songs and twists them. And
Yeah.
so she was like, "This is the thing. Like, I regret motherhood."
Oh, wow.
She said she regrets motherhood. She doesn't regret her child, but she
Mm-hmm.
regrets motherhood. And I was like, "Sis."
Mm-hmm.
She says, "My entire life changed. I don't know that I slept a solid night until she was 6."
Mm.
She says, "I
That's
love
funny because
her."
my oldest is 24 and I still don't sleep until I know they all sleep.
She said she never slept. Like, imagine all your kids are in the house and asleep. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they're all in the house and situated at 8 o'clock, you are gonna probably go to bed at, well, you probably won't, but
You
you
know
get
me,
where
I'm
I'm
not know,
going.
but still, no,
Yeah.
I get where you're
Yeah,
going.
you'll go to bed. But
I'm
she's
picking up what
saying
you're
that
putting
she
down.
did not get a whole night of sleep until her kid was 5 or 6. And she was just like, the thing is that my entire life got disrupted.
Mm-hmm.
It got disrupted, and I didn't want to do it by myself, but I got stuck doing it by myself, because who
Wow.
else is going to do it? And
Yeah.
so she's like, she regrets everything motherhood represents, but she absolutely adores her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I had that same moment, like you said. That lady was like, nobody just has a baby and is just absolutely in love. You don't even know them.
Yeah. Tomorrow, who are you? Where you come from?
Like, you don't even know them. They about to
Mm-hmm.
get on your nerves for the next 10 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and then too, like I feel like, and this might be a thing of the past, because there's this whole gentle parenting thing trending now, where people are really getting to know their kids. But back in the day, kids was just kids.
Period.
Like, you supposed to be seen, not heard. Your opinion don't matter.
You stay in a child's place.
Be quiet.
Stay in a child's place.
Stay in a child's place. All of that. But I mean, with a child is still a small person, and they do still have feelings, and they do still might have get their feelings hurt, or be happy, or like to be shown love in a certain manner. You so easily distracted. You were supposed to just ignore it.
I'm sorry, I failed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. You got on here showing love to your kids when they don't deserve it. When would somebody not deserve love? And I'm not saying this for a kid or whatever like that. Like, why would someone not deserve love? Like, how could I go to a place where I don't deserve love?
Well, you left out the word seems.
Well, I'm just saying, how could I seem like I don't deserve love?
When you're not showing love.
So because I'm like being mean or something like that, I don't deserve love in that moment? Or
No,
it may seem like
I didn't say, it doesn't say that you don't deserve it.
well, I know, I'm just saying seems like. What would make me seem like I don't deserve it, I guess I'm saying.
When you're being hateful or mean. Like, it's hard to tell somebody I love you if they're telling you I hate you. I'm not saying you don't deserve it. You absolutely deserve it, because obviously you was missing out of it to be acting this way. But how do I control the fact that, okay, this is my child acting out right now? She doesn't really hate me. How do I avoid choking the crap out of her and meeting her where she is and showing her that I do love you and we can work this out? I think that's where I was coming from with that. Because I feel like as parents, we are supposed to be the parent, as far as we've lived longer. So we should be able to work through things and help our children work through things. But what happens 99% of the time, you stoop to the kid's level. It's like, I hate you. I ain't that fond of you either. I don't want to live here. Okay, go on then. It's that whole you having to
I saw a TikTok about that.
You having to bite back, like, okay, and you having to realize this is a child, and let me pump my brakes before I kill this child. and let's talk this out. Let's get this through. That's kind of where I was going with that. And same thing for parents, because sometimes parents turn into giant children and say things and throw tantrums, especially now, like as adults dealing with our adult parents. It's just like, really, mom? Really, dad? That's okay. You done now?
You feel like you raising your parents at some point.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, the roles change. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, why didn't you call me when you got home?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you let me know that everything was all right? Why didn't you say this?
And then they'll say something like, well, I'm the mother. Well, I can't tell because you didn't call me and let me know you got home safe.
Right. Right. Exactly. I saw that love by taking the time out and walking away, letting us cool down our minds. Where is it at? Our minds before interacting.
Yeah. And I've had to do that a couple times with my parents, for sure. Like, I remember one time we went out of town and we left the kids here. Now, they were old enough. I think the youngest at the time was probably 10. Luggage probably was like 19 or 20. And they went to the beach. And my father-in-law decided to give me a lecture about why my kids shouldn't be at the beach while we were out of town. And I just wasn't up for it. I wasn't about to argue with him. I wasn't about to sit there and act like I was happy about what he was saying. I said, so listen, we ain't going to talk about this right now. I said, we can talk about this another time, but right now is not the time. And I kissed him on his forehead and I left.
I think we've all had those moments
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like, oh, that's my cue.
Yep. I was like, no, we're not doing this right now.
Listen, that's my cue. Well, wait. They playing my music. Time to go.
Yes.
like,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, the curtain call. Let's go. That's just kind of how that is. But I think, yeah, like you said, being an adult, to see you're a parent of adults. Do you find it difficult to separate the two? Like to come to a place where it's like, okay, I'm parenting an adult and no longer someone I know that your adult child will forever still get advice from you. I get that,
Mm-hmm.
because you've been in a stage further along than them. But there is a separation between parenting an adult child and parenting an adolescent child.
Mm. There is like to me there is and there shouldn't be. And I'm gonna explain what I'm saying. A lot of times people are parenting from the protector mode for too long. So it's like, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't date, you can't go to parties. And you do that all the way until this child is 18.
Mm,
Right? And then at 18, it's like, okay, you grown. And like, how do you think that child is gonna adjust? How do you think the transition from me being told everything at every given moment what to do to now I'm 18 and have the freedom to do all the things that I couldn't do? You never told them why they shouldn't do this. You never explained to them, like, this is why I said don't go out past 11 because, it's bad out here. These types of things happen. You have to be conscious of. Like, I don't know the age, but I feel like that's why we should start allowing them to do things a little earlier than 18 so that these are still mistakes that we can help them fix,
mm,
versus an 18-year-old who you didn't allow to get a job, drive, date, nothing, right? Now you
mm,
send them out there in the world, they got a car, they drive in, and then their little friends is still minors. Most of them,
mm.
most of them, somebody turns 18 first, and the friends you hanging with is still minors. So now you got your adult child who is 18 now. So if anything happens, who's responsible?
That 18-year-old
That
child.
18-year-old is responsible. But you never taught this 18-year-old how to be responsible. So they all out there stupid and then getting in trouble or whatever. Then the other parents like, your daughter did this to my daughter. Your son had my son, and now they could press charges if it went that far. Like, these are things you need to start explaining to your kids before they're adults.
Big facts. Big
And
facts.
showing them, and when it happens, using these examples, like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. So that when
That's
they
what I
do
was
become
scared of.
adults, they at least got half a brain to think.
Big facts.
Like, you
Friend,
can't. Uh-huh.
I was about to say we at that point in the
Oh,
episode where we need
let's
to go
go.
ahead and run this ad because these people is supporting us and whatnot. So we are brand ambassadors for Deano Apparel, y'all. So please go ahead and shop using promo code Melanin Mindset and you will save 15% on your order, clearance included. We'll be right back after this. We're gonna pick up with what is on here. Loving your friends, genuine love but versus what you can do for me. We'll
Mm-hmm.
be back, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Like you saw on our commercial there, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu. And just because they cute, y'all, here go a picture of Naya and Nick again in their Dianu
And their
apparel.
Giannu apparel.
Yes, I'm just saying you could be taking pictures like this. Yes, those are matching outfits by Dianu. That's all I had to say. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So, friend, before we went to break, I said that we were going to come back and talk about love for your friends. So
And your
the
friends.
friends kind of love, that kind of love.
Mm-hmm.
What the genuine love versus what you can do for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like genuine love includes a sprinkle of what you can do for me, only because once your love starts to grow, it becomes co-mingled with working together, if you will. So my friend might be the person I can call when I'm stressed out. If I can never reach you when I need somebody to talk to, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's what I mean when I say it kind of gets commingled together. It's not all about you being there. I also in turn need to reciprocate that back to you. What about you, friend?
Mm. I feel like the genuine love is just that love, like I love you, I care about what happens with you, that. And then the what you can do for me, I feel like we do that with everybody. Like we really don't communicate with anybody who is not reciprocating something in one way or another, whether it's, I can always talk to you, you give good advice, or I know if I need help you gonna come help me.
You gonna cuss
Like,
me out if I'm not acting right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I know if I need that voice of reason, you're my voice of reason. I do feel like our friends have different categories. And like even for me, like I had a friend who I realized like it would be like every time I needed an extra person, like the answer was always no from them. And I was like, okay, well then I can't depend on you for that part. And it's like at first I would get mad, like, I'm gonna stop talking to this. I don't even know why I'm talking to her. And then it was just like, you know what? No, like, okay, just accept the fact that you're not the friend for that task. Like, you're just not the friend. I will never call you for that task.
Mm.
So I definitely departmentalize my friends. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I'm definitely departmentalized. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't have conditions, but if you show me that you can't be there for me in this area, then I just won't visit you in that area.
What did Furby always say? Furby always said it when she used to quote Maya Angelou and be like, "When someone shows you who they really are,
Believe
believe
them.
them."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
you show me I can't call you at 2 in the morning because I have made some poor choices with my life, and
Yeah.
now I need you to entertain me, you know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess I won't be
Yeah.
calling you at 2 in the morning.
And that's the thing. Like, I feel like you can't force somebody to be that person. But if you have somebody that is that person, then that's that person for that particular thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely a homie status person. So I have plenty of homies, but I know I can't call you. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going out to do something, I'm going to hit you up because I'm going to take the homies out. Me and the
Yeah.
homies is going out.
Yeah.
But it, like a friend, I would say, a lot of people don't categorize them. They're like, girl, that's still a friend. But no, for me to say my friend, it's like you share some, and that's the thing, my homies too. My homies, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I don't love them. I absolutely love them. But like the type of love that I have with them is working love. Like this is love that you do something stupid and I'm just like,
Yeah. So you saying it's easy? It's easier for you to eject a homie than it is a friend?
yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Yes. Like
Mhm.
Kia, you could do the same thing one of my homies did, right? And
Mhm.
it'll be easier for me to just discard only because, and not just, that's a bad term. You get where
Get
I'm
over.
going.
Get
Yeah,
over
to
it.
let them go. It'll be easy for me to just walk on, as
Mhm.
opposed to if you did something, now my brain is going. My brain is like, she's having a crappy day. No.
Mhm.
Something's not right. No. This
Mhm.
took place. No. And
Mhm.
that's like my brain immediately goes into maybe she needs me. No.
I'm
She's,
so
you know
done.
what I mean? Like, let me call my friend back because this ain't it. Mm-mm. Nope,
Mhm.
no. But let one of them say the same thing or behave the same way. And my response is going to be like, because you and your feelings.
Mhm.
Okay, you and your feelings.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then I find myself doing like how you said, like, this is not the friend for that.
Mhm.
Like, this homie is not for that. Like, I can't go out and get lit and have a good time with this homie because she going to lose her mind. Or
Yeah.
she going to try and put us somewhere we don't need to be. So, yeah, no, no. You
Mhm.
know? Whereas if you went out and acted up, I'd go out with you again because I'd be like, she was just
Mhm.
having an off day.
Mhm. Mhm. I
Because
get you. I
I feel like
definitely
I
get what you're saying.
understand more. I feel like I understand more. But
Mm.
no, I can't. I'm with Stan though. My friendships aren't contingent upon what you can do for me, but
Yeah.
the ability to get closer to me will have to do with that commingling engagement in
Mm.
our relationship, as
Mhm.
opposed to it's not going to be surface. It won't be.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's that? Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Like I feel like, and like I'm very careful who I call a best friend, because then a best friend I feel like is what you're saying. Like I could have a bad day and it's not going to affect our relationship, other than we might argue and then we're over it. We're like, all right, what we going to get to eat, But when it's
I
like,
be knowing, Fred. I be like, my friend is hungry. Y'all didn't feed my friend all day, bro. What's going on? I be like, Where where we going? What you
mhm,
drinking? Where we going?
mhm,
It'll be like
mhm,
that. But yeah, no, like you said, I see you separate best friend from friend. Like, I guess I would, in that instance, then my best friend and my homies would just be friends
yeah,
by what you're saying.
yeah,
So yeah, my friend would be technically my best friend, and then well, no, because it's I got a single best friend. I don't have best
mhm.
friends. So I guess
I
yeah,
know that
never mind.
people weren't put here to please me nor owe me
Come
anything.
on here, come on here,
That's right.
and see Stan, you trying to get applause out of me, and I said I'm gonna be stingy with my applause this season. So no, I'm not giving it up. Not doing it. Not gonna do it.
Mm.
A lot of my friends. Oh, thank you. All right. A lot of my friends, I have an emotional bond, or we are like minded and going the same way in life.
Mhm.
Facts. Come on.
Mhm.
See, he almost got one.
Mhm.
But no, but that's facts though. That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Jimmy and
It's funny
Stan.
that he commented this, because I was about to say that. Like, have you ever felt like you had to forge a relationship in order for it to be a friendship, or are you just really good at, just if it don't feel right, you just like, oh, forget it?
All right. So I'm gonna say yes.
Mhm.
Yes. But yes and yes both ways, if that makes sense. Cause like
Mhm.
for
It
me,
only
yes,
makes sense to me
I
because I know you, but you got to explain.
so that see that right there,
Mhm.
that. So it's like, but yes, I've worked at friendships. I worked at my friendship with Kia, and I'm gonna say it because it's not, and I don't know if this is a flaw of her. Well, who no, Kia don't cut people off. I cut jokers off. I ain't got none. All
Mhm.
right, so but for me, I had to work at being friends with Kia. Why? Because if I disagreed with someone, there was a phase in my life where if you and I could not, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? If there was even an instance of this not being this, I was like this. You know what I'm saying? But Kia is like, she's not gonna just let you walk off. You know what I mean? And so that part of her drew me to her because it made me be
Mhm.
like, you know what? All right, she cool. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Because
But
I know
then
I have had to say to you, like, okay, but I don't agree. But that's okay. I had to tell you, and you can keep talking about it and explain it. I still don't agree.
listen, it's because
And that's okay.
my previous friendships and relationships was just like, oh, if we bumped heads, now magically we beefing. And so
Mhm.
previous experiences were quite immature. So
Yeah.
my previous experience with friendship itself was very immature. I've only ever called two other people in my entire life best friend. And
Mhm.
in that instance, those situations, one of them got kind of contorted. The other one is just gone. And
Mm.
so it's like I could not imagine. Friend, remember when you were like, that I'm not getting rid of you or something like that you said, and then
Yeah.
we heard a car's wheels like screech because we were
Uh-huh.
joking. And every no joke, every time I say, all right, I'm done with you, Joker, you'll hear
Mhm.
something crazy in the
Mhm.
background. Like it's like a tire screeching, some thump or thud, something. And I'm like, all right, I'm stuck with her. Got it.
Yeah.
I hear you. No
Period.
problem.
Period.
Like
I be telling
it's
people,
like
like,
that.
we a gang. Only way you get out is you die out. No.
Listen, you in there. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten to where I even tell people like that's my sister friend. This is not even the topic. How did we get here? How did we arrive
It is.
here?
We still talking about love, and which is about loving your friends, genuine, or what you could do for me.
But yeah, no, that sincere love is I am a gangster, so I'm not a huge crier. I'm just
Mm-mm.
not.
Not my husband. I had to fight for my wife's friendship. Did you win?
Listen, he won a couple times
Are
over
you still fighting?
clearly,
Are you still fighting?
and but yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I just feel like it's just my normal.
Mm.
Like it's my normal. Like I know I can be mad at you, argue with you, get pissed off with you, and then you still gonna call and aggravate me tomorrow.
Yep. If not within a
And
few hours,
right. And then if I don't answer the phone, if you
I
know
will call
me,
your husband.
if I'm telling everybody out there right now who's viewing, if you know me and I'm telling you she probably has your number too.
Mm.
So if I don't answer the phone, she is gonna start calling down the roster. You will
Let
know if
me
you're
tell
really
you.
if
Let
you're
me
really
tell
my friend if
you.
you get a call from
I
Kia
am that
when I don't
person.
answer.
I am calling everybody. My daughter was away at college.
Hey, Za Plushie, I think I'm saying that right. We getting
And
a hey.
she did not answer her phone. And
Mm.
her location was off. When I tell you I called all around that doggone building until somebody answered, I called the corporate office. What's the number to the emergency phone? Because she on call, so she should have it. And I got her. She's like, Mom, why are you so dramatic? I was asleep. Okay. All right, good night. I just want to make sure.
Crazy.
I have to know. I have to know that my loved ones are safe and sound.
Mm.
I'm trying to fix that part of my brain. Have you ever seen that one where it's about like when I don't answer my phone, what my mom think is happening, and you see him dead. And it was like what my girlfriend think is happening, and he was with another girl, and what my best friend think is happening, and he was playing a video game without him. It's like, and what was actually happening? He was asleep.
I'm so done. I seen the one where it's like what my parents think and it show him in a trunk. He was
Yeah.
tied up in the trunk. It's like what my parents think is happening on night the phone. And then the same thing about listen,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
facts. My
Y'all
mom is the
didn't
same way.
answer.
Same way. But yeah, that's hilarious. That is
Shoot, my
sincerely
husband wasn't
hilarious.
home on time today. I asked my daughter, I said, "You think your dad's dead? Why didn't he? Why isn't he here yet?"
Girl,
And then I called and he didn't answer. And I was like, "Okay, all right, mm-hmm."
listen, my husband usually wakes me up in the morning. I will start calling my husband if I did not I could be up before the time that he would normally wake me up. And it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna call if I don't. I mean already up, functioning, dressed and everything. But let the phone not ring at exactly 6:30. I'm gonna call him. Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then if
And
he
see,
don't answer, I'm calling him back.
that's why I was saying like, and it sound it low key sounds like stalkerish or crazy or obsessive, but like I just recall like being at work and my non-melanated coworkers, calling their kids and them not answering and them just stopping, and I'm like, "You not gonna call her again?" Like, what you mean? So she just don't answer you sometime? I don't understand. Like, my brain was broke. Like, you called your daughter and she didn't answer, and your
You
phone is
said you
not
called your
ringing
daughter.
within 3 minutes for her to call you back. Like, she's like, "I know she's probably busy, and she better answer me."
Your point?
Even if it's just to say, "I can't talk right now, Ma. I need to hear that. I
Listen,
need to hear that I can't talk right now. I'll call you back."
that part.
Or else I'm about to call the police because I think you're dead.
Oh. All right, so
It's a me problem. I'll take it. It's a me problem.
so in the topic of black love, when it comes down to couples, black love, would you say black love is emotional?
It's very emotional. I think it's very emotional. It has to be, because for you to continue, like we were saying, for Nana to continue loving Granddaddy, even though he got families all over, it like you had to be emotionally something. You was emotional about something.
Yes. I would say black love is definitely emotionally driven. I was looking through the points and stuff like that in that area, this area of the subject,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, bro, that's facts. Like black love is definitely more emotion, relational, experience driven,
Mm-hmm.
whereas typically other types of love are not so geared heavily toward, like how you make me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are for financial stability or other things. Black love is more like for companionship. Would you agree?
Yeah, but that's like even like what I was saying back to this coworker,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like I didn't even know this lady had a sister. And one day she's like, she said something about her niece. So I was like, your niece? So is this your husband's niece or do you have a sibling? And she's like, yeah, I have a sister. And I was like, girl, I don't know you for 7 years and they never know you had a sister. And she said, we don't talk. And I was like, what
Mm.
do you mean you don't talk to your sister? And she's like, whatever it was something petty. Like, I think the kids were young and she accused the sister's son of stealing something from her, but the kids were small, so it was like it was something. So I know it was so stupid. Whatever it was so stupid. Because I was like, you really haven't talked to your sister? And I think they hadn't spoken over 24 years. You hadn't talked to your sister in over 24 years because you accused her son of stealing your hot dog. It was something dumb like that. Like it was something done and she got mad. Like, I can't believe you're accusing my son of being a thief. Like, and they have not spoken in over. I feel like black people wouldn't let something that minute make you not speak to each other for a lifetime. 24 years is a lifetime.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, somebody would have had to lose their life. You
Yeah.
probably would have had to be the one to do it. And let's be real, if it was a distant cousin, you probably still ain't getting cut off. But I'm just saying, like, black love is definitely different in that aspect. I'm about to be petty because you said something petty, right? So I'm gonna be petty because my sister just commented over there, and I haven't heard my sister's voice on the phone in at least a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, cut it out.
Yep,
Cut
about to
it
be
out.
petty. I'm being real petty. I got one sister, but I got her. She out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But the ongoing thing with me and my sister really is if I haven't heard from her, like, bro, I could have been dead. I could have been dead
Yeah.
somewhere, and
And
you
that's
would
the
never
only
know.
reason the lady had brought her sister up was because the sister husband died. So she was debating whether she was gonna go to the funeral or not.
Mm, mm,
Look, really?
really, I'm about to be for real. Yep, really. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I don't call her, she ain't about to call me. Really.
Ooh, ooh, the
Ooh,
pettiness. Ooh, the
petty,
where my sunglasses? The
petty.
shade.
Look, shots fired.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man, but no, no, I kind of like my sister. I guess that goes back
Mhm.
to the whole, how do you love people differently? My sister's definitely my sister, and I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
you, I'm absolutely the little sister that everybody's afraid of, and I mean that in a sense of if you bother my sister, you'll find out.
I don't remember. No, she didn't go to the funeral, Stan. She did not go to the funeral.
I'm so done. Not trying to get developments on the story. Did she go to the
Mm-mm.
funeral?
No, she
Yeah.
did
All
not
right.
go.
So, considering our episode is on Black Love, I'm not about to pull up my call history and prove you otherwise. So, here we go. We're not pulling
So,
up
oh,
call
this
history and proving
comment
otherwise.
is black love is built on desire and not necessity. Like
Uh,
most black relationships are because we really are in love. Like, I really like this person. This is my person. Even friendships, like we are friends because we just really love each other or whatever. Whereas a lot of others out there are marrying for contingencies. Why did he put hot dogs up there? It's funny because that's what I wanted for dinner. But
yes, focus.
I don't know what happened. It threw me off. But anyway,
The
yeah,
banana
like
doesn't distract you.
when you think about like the royal families and like how people arrange
What's his name?
marriages.
Harry. How Harry married the girl, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, but that was
That's
love.
Harry, right? That was out of love, right?
That
And
was
you
out
see
of
where he
love.
at. Now he over here in the good old US of A trying to live
Hmm.
his best life because he fell in love on accident instead of marrying who they wanted
instead of
to marry.
marrying his first cousin.
Yeah,
How they usually do.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they try, it's usually not based on a condition such as that. It's usually based when you ask the average black person in a relationship, why y'all like each other? Oh, because he makes me laugh, or because he makes me smile, he makes me feel good. And that one, you had, see, hot dogs is it today.
I'm gonna tell you, she had a hot dog and she probably put some Babe Ruth's coleslaw on it.
Yeah, that's
We're
not
gonna
my
talk
jam.
about
It looks so good, but I don't like coleslaw. I keep trying it because it looks so good, but I don't like coleslaw.
who even are you?
I'm a person who don't like coleslaw.
I can't. I can't.
I don't. I keep trying it, and I don't know why I keep trying it because it just seems like I'm supposed to like it. Everybody else does.
So wait. So you keep trying coleslaw, but you won't keep trying Taylor. Okay. No,
I have. No, I have. I try it every time we're together. It's just not my thing. That's all. I've red
that's
wine.
okay.
Red wine is just not my thing.
But yeah, we do with Black Love. It's like
Okay,
let's
pork and beans.
mm,
She ain't had
and
no
pork
slaw
and beans.
today. She just had pork and beans.
Baked beans and hot dogs be good. But no,
What
ever
you
since
said? Well, how we so distracted? Okay.
that part, I'm trying. You hear me? I keep saying, but
You
about
keep
Black
trying to,
Love, I
because you
keep
know what I was
trying.
about to ask. What do you put on your hot dog?
I put mustard and barbecue sauce.
Okay, I am a mustard and relish type girl.
I like coleslaw too, though.
No, I've never put coleslaw on a hot dog. My kids put mayonnaise on theirs, right? I know
Black
my
Love.
nephew. You know my nephew love a hot dog because he's a Sonic fan.
Chili dogs.
Uh huh.
But yeah, Black Love, we do definitely find ourselves in a place where we are connecting more relationally and out of emotion as opposed to necessity and what you can do for me,
Yeah.
which is where we get a lot of those songs that we have right now where these girls are like, well, now,
Where they
I don't,
where they got
uh-oh.
these broke men and now these young people ain't with it. They like, hey, listen, I'll fall in love with you after you pay these bills.
Not people, not putting what she like on her hot dog. Listen, y'all, go ahead and
Yes.
get it out your system.
Yes,
Comment down below what you like on your hot dog, bro.
that's
What
a
you eat
good
on your
hot
hot
dog right
dog?
there. That's a good hot dog right there. Mustard, relish, and onion. Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
yes. Listen, I don't like ketchup, but mustard and relish, it
Mm.
can go. It can go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they saute onions like the ones we had got when we was up north when my husband and I had went up to go
Y'all went to
visit
one
my
of the
niece.
trucks?
Yeah, we had it was like a trolley type thing, and they had
Mm-hmm.
hot dog, and they had the sauteed onions, not the
Yes,
chopped
ma'am.
onions.
Yes, ma'am.
Girl,
Yes,
girl,
ma'am. Yes,
girl.
ma'am. I think I'm
Like,
getting hot dogs. I'm getting hot dogs.
listen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but yeah, relationally, like we're looking more so for like I'm connected to you somehow. Like I feel you when we're together. Like I want you in my space. Like some non-melanated people, or even some melanated people who don't experience the theoretical black love. Some of the non-melanated melanated people too. It's like I am getting married to see what his status is, what he has, and what he's got going for him. It's like we're not building together. It's like I
Yeah.
want you built. I'm gonna be built, and then we're gonna get together. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me.
Yeah.
I have to throw that in there right away.
Yeah. There's nothing
There's
wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. I am simply saying, beard plus good hot dog and ketchup. Well, hello there. So with that, it's like it's sometimes it's situational when they get married. I'll put it like that. Like for black love it'll be more relational when for others it could very well be situational, like what have you done already. Do you get what I mean? I don't want to, and it's it could be healthy in some situations to evaluate these
Yeah.
things. That's why we said in some cases black love can be very toxic, but
Mm-hmm.
it's healthy sometimes when you evaluate these things too. But you have to evaluate like the whole thing. You can't just look at certain areas and target certain areas of the package, because I'm telling you, you're not going to get everything you want. You just won't.
Mm-mm.
What do you
You
think about that, friend?
and not too. You're not gonna get everything you want at 100%.
Right.
Like what I would say, like what we had up here was the 4 types of intimacy. You got emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. I need you to grade at least a C plus or higher in each area.
Right.
But I
Right.
don't expect you to have an A plus in every area.
Right. But I need you to be willing to get an A.
I
I need
need
you to
you
be willing
working
to
towards it.
study.
Try to work
You
towards
know, I
it.
need you to be willing to study. All right. We're going to take some
I need
notes
you to have A
together.
moments. I need
Yeah.
you to score A's
There
on
we
the
go.
homework. I
I
need
need
you
you
to
to
score
have a
A's
B
on the homework.
average. Listen, friend, I need you to have a B average. Okay. Shoot. Like at the end of the 9 weeks, I need your grade to be at least a B. All right. It could be a
Mm-hmm.
low B, but I need you to be at least a B. Like be ahead of the other people in
All
class.
that, all that.
So, what do you think when you look at the types of intimacy? And I know we're starting to run out of time, but
Girl,
because we was
I
talking
just
about
got
God doggone
electrocuted. Something just shocked me. I'm over here like, what the heck was that?
friend, I told you, we have to bring this in. We are almost at the end of the day,
But
at the episode.
goodness, is it a
We
lie?
was
It's
talking
a
about
live
hot
wire over
dogs.
here.
What else we was talking about? Junk that ain't got nothing to do with Black love, y'all. If you came here to hear about Black love, go watch the beginning. All
Yeah.
right, we were on topic at the beginning, but no. Seriously though, speaking of the different types of intimacy, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. I know we talked about the 5 love languages, but which area of intimacy do you feel that you are the strongest?
Oh,
And you can look at it from the perspective of any relationship. Like if you want to look at it for your marriage or your friendships or whatever, which area of intimacy is like more pertinent to you? What really just grabs you?
I don't know. Somebody else would have to tell me. I guess mental. I don't know. I guess mental.
Listen, I'm about to say something that's just going to be completely left field. Friend, I'm about to be like, can you at least tell the people what turns you on in those areas of intimacy? What is it that does it for you? What gets your engine going? For
Mental.
me, for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's a dab of mental, but I am very much so, despite what people may think, I am emotional.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm very emotional when it
You
comes
are.
to intimacy.
And that's
Yeah.
probably my least one.
Yeah, I'm
I'm bad
emotional,
at being emotional.
but I'm when it comes to intimacy, I am emotional. But
Mm.
outside of intimacy, I'm off in that area.
Mm-hmm.
That's off. Like intimacy for me,
Yeah, for
emotions,
me it's
yeah.
mental. Like I like a stimulating conversation. I like for us to find an area of peace when there's like a subject where we might not agree. Like I like us working towards that mental safe space in that area or that category. I don't know. Like I like talking to people. And sometimes I even feel like I remember I was at an event where it was very intimate and we are all having conversation, and I got so frustrated because I felt like the conversation was so dumb. Like I was like, really, we're sitting here and we could be really having an intimate conversation and bouncing off of each other, and I just felt like I was sitting with a bunch of 3-year-olds despite the fact that I was sitting with a bunch of adults. So I felt like the mental part of that intimate conversation or group setting was definitely lacking, and it frustrated me. You ready to wrap it up, friend?
That was my Black love at the door, y'all. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But it's time to wrap it up anyway.
it is. It's time to bring it on in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, friend. I don't know what just happened. Um, we've had quite the eventful day.
Mm-hmm.
That's needless to say. But yeah,
Y'all see me trying to keep it up with giving y'all different hair. I got y'all. I'm gonna keep the looks coming.
all right, friends. So I did have a tip of the week. I had texted to myself. Did I text it to myself? Let me see. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? All right. So yesterday when I was in service, my pastor said something that kind of pricked me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that as a tip of the week tomorrow." So it says sometimes you got to plant something and not worry about how long it takes to grow. And
Mm.
that was a message, a nugget he gave yesterday. Sometimes you have to plant something and not worry about how long it takes for it to grow. In other words, sometimes you're going to pour into or feed into something, and it may not yield the results at the time or in the place that you are looking for it to generate. But just know
Mm-hmm.
that if you planted it in good ground, growth will happen. Y'all, is there anything else that you have for this week, friend?
No. Peace out.
All right. Well, it's been a real one, y'all. Love you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. We out.